Hello, everyone, and good evening to you. I welcome you to yet another video tutorial of how I intend to trade the USDJPY in the coming week. This is going to be a follow-up detail on my previous analysis on the USDJPY where we identified a double bottom structure on the daily time frame. uh, if you remember, we know that we are on a very strong bullish momentum on the USD JPY as price has continued to find higher highs and higher lows on the higher time frame. We can see after connecting that bullish trend line, one thing interesting happened during the later part of the month of July, stroke the early days of the month of August, where we identified this double bottom structure after that impulsive move, and then we saw this breakout of the neckline at 135 Japanese yen prior to the beginning of last week trading session. And if you remember vividly how I told you how I will be expecting that price will do a retest of that neckline. If we, from a theoretical point of view, we expect that after the breakout of the neckline of a reversal pattern like this, we expect price to come back into the neckline area to do a retest of structure where we will be looking forward to a trend continuation to the upside. But unfortunately, all attempts for the sellers to push price to the downside right back into the neckline proved abortive as we had a structure on the lower time frame that was unable to give the sellers that momentum they are looking for. So let's scale down to the 1 hour time frame where I will be sharing with you how that scenario happened. So if we scale down to, I think the 2 hours time frame is most preferable here. We noticed that since the beginning of last week trading session, we saw a scenario where price was caught within a consolidation phase right between the 137.800 level and the 136.00 level. We can see how price was caught within a consolidation phase here, and we saw the final breakout during the later part of last week trading session, retest of structure, and we saw an engulfing candle taking price out of that structure. So one thing you will observe here during the course of last week trading session is this. You can see the 136 Japanese yen area. We can see how this level was rejected by the buyers as any attempt by the sellers to push price to the downside was met with stiff resistance from the buyers. So all our hopes that price is going to come back into the neckline to give us a retest of structure to confirm that theoretical perspective of a reversal pattern was dashed as multiple rejection of the 136 Japanese yen sent price going to the upside and also giving us a clue into the strength of the sellers at this point in the market. So because of this, I was able to identify a demand zone here around the 136 area. And the next thing I did was to look at how the structure, this consolidation phase happened. We can see that since the beginning of the week, we had lower heights. And one thing I did was to connect the series of lower heights at those points to give me this resultant bearish trend line here. You can see what I'm talking about. We connected those points together. We connected a series of lower heights, and then we were able to have that resultant bearish trend line. Then we saw during the later part of last week trading session a breakout retest of that bearish trend line to give us a signal that the bullish momentum is very likely in the next coming week. So after connecting this bearish trend line, the next thing I was able to do is to identify a key level to guide my action during this week. What this key level does basically is that it helps us to have a clear decision going forward. So what this key level says stays here right now is that if price continue to oscillate right above the 137 Japanese yen level, I want to be looking for buying opportunities. And if price oscillate right below that level, then I want to hold on to wait for further confirmations that will support a bullish potential here. So with a key level at 137 Japanese yen, hold on a second, I will share with you how I got to that. So we can see in the past we had this level at 137 Japanese yen was strong for the sellers. We can see how sellers push price to the downside right from that level. We saw it here, we saw it here, and even if we go further into the beginning of the week, it was a support zone for participants in the market. We can see, so this level has been a major determinant of price action in the past. So one thing I want to be doing here is that since we already saw a breakout of that level, there is a likelihood that price could likely come back to do a retest of the 137 Japanese yen to push price to the upside. That is one scenario I'm going to be looking forward to this week. Or we could be having price come back to do a second retest of that bearish trend line that we identified here on the 2 hours time frame, after which patterns on lower time frame that will support a trend continuation to the upside. So this is what I'm going to be looking forward to on the USDJPY for this week. And I will be posting this video at this point, and let's see how price action is going to be playing out during the early hours of the week. Be rest assured that I will be doing a follow-up detail on this pair after monitoring how participants will be relating with the zone during the early hours of this week. So you don't want to miss that, and you also want to follow me on my TradingView platform so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share in the comment section. If this video has in any way been of immense help to make your individual decision during the new week, kindly support this project by clicking the like button, and thank you as you do so. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you Monday morning, where I'll be giving you a follow-up detail on how I intend to take advantage of this bullish momentum that I'm looking forward to this week. So thank you, and do have a wonderful day. Bye bye.